Hello, everybody, and welcome to the sixth ever episode of Space Engineers Survival with Germ. Alright, guess we're playing without Germ. Today we're going to be doing some... better resource collection. So currently we have an issue with actually processing resources. So in the last episode we built this drilling rig. The drilling rig itself works just fine, but the problem with the drilling rig is it drills too much materials. Now we built this underground area that stores materials, but as you can see it's already it was entirely full a couple of minutes ago, but it's been slowly chipping away while I've been AFK, waiting for some resources to process so that it would be a little bit of a faster transition for this video. The refinery. Up. And one more motor, let's go! I did the same thing with the assembler, but the assembler is probably far off from being complete at this point. It should be close, but I don't think it's going to be fully complete anytime really soon. I want to get the assembler and place it beneath the refinery, so let me just check before I fully weld this up. I'm pretty sure, yep, the panel that I'm looking for should be right here. Just going to double check. I always double check just to make sure everything's not going to fall apart the second I remove one block. So many times I forget though, and I end up just chopping the whole thing to bits. And I know I'm kind of an idiot for doing such a thing, but it's not a big deal. I can always just rebuild 4 hours later. I know I really don't know how. I don't really have much to talk about this episode. I kind of just want to do some odd things and wanted to play. I'll tell you one thing though, making videos has really just, I've been having a ball making videos, and there's a couple different reasons for that. It's because it's giving me an appreciation for the game again, and by that I mean I'm having fun actually playing the game, which a lot of the time I'll play the game in very, very long sessions, and those long sessions end up making me not enjoy the game to its fullest extent, which ruins it to a large degree. I get burnt out way too fast. This kind of pulls me back a little bit and lets me enjoy the game for what it is, instead of just jumping through all the mechanics of the game in a couple of seconds. Alright, that'll work. Build that up really quickly, throw all the materials in there, go to weld it up. Hit that. Throw those back in now. I want to connect that. This shouldn't move if I try to replace it with a conveyor junction. Also in this episode, a big issue that you're going to run into with having a drilling rig is gravel. Gravel is a huge issue, especially if you're mining a lot of stone. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a little ejection system and use Germ's hole over here to eject the gravel specifically into this hole. What you're going to do to make one of those is not too complicated. It's going to require a conveyor sorter. So grab the resources for a conveyor sorter really quickly. Those should make up take not too much time. Build it up from here. I want to give myself some room. Build it out the side here. Yeah. The reason I'm placing the conveyor sorter directly on it instead of having a pipe and then the conveyor sorter is because I want a little bit of leeway with the conveyor sorter. Grab it directly from that panel. And that leeway just means that I can, I don't know exactly what it means off the top of my head. I know I do it for a reason, I just can't really remember the reason at this point. So the conveyor sorter I'm going to set to drain all. But before I do, I want to, what is it, blacklist? No, whitelist. So I want to whitelist one component, and that should be near the bottom. Stone. Nope, not stone. It's going to be gravel, not stone. Stone is what you would normally use to get rid of, if you want to mine pure resources, you would have one of these systems, except you would have multiple conveyor sorters or one leading to multiple ejection ports on a miner, and then the miner would eject said resources like stone, because you don't need stone if you're getting pure iron. Let's see here. Gravel. There it is. Add that to the list. And then we want to go... Okay, so this is whitelisted. I only want that to come through, and then I'm going to do drain all. If you do blacklist, then it won't let any of that specific material through, which you can use this for a sorting system. The only problem is like feed or like loopback, so like a material goes through and then it comes back around into the same system, and it does that infinitely. That can cause some issues, especially if you use conveyor, like cargo containers or conveyor junctions. The way a conveyor junction works, that I've read and heard some YouTubers explain, is that each port checks to see if there's a path to send, so each port is active. I don't know if that statement is still true, if they've patched it or what's going on. I know there was a plan to make the conveyor tubes transparent and so you could see the items passing through, but apparently that took too much processing power. I'm not entirely sure, though. I'm talking out of my ass completely right now. Ooh, my bad. Let's see here. The center would be here. Ba ba ba. And then I want to grab myself a connector. Boop. Okay. Alright. Grab as much as I can. Is it still producing? Yes, it is. Go to production, just get rid of that. Grab, boom, put to production, and start welding it up. Alrighty. Put all the materials I can in each of these, and then we just have to wait. Once I start using this assembler and get rid of the basic assembler, which I actually should just switch them over. I don't know why I'm not. That is the assembler, not the basic assembler. Oh, okay. Underneath here, I need to put a speed module. There we go. Certain items in this game you actually can't place into the ground, I believe. I don't remember which items specifically. I just know that some items you can't place into the ground. I don't know if it's a TV. I think a TV is one of those items. A couch. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure on that. Let's talk about something I actually do know a lot about. I'm not a complete audiophile, but I thoroughly enjoy music. I love music so much. Some of my favorite music, I can get lost in for hours and hours and hours, and I listen to the same songs over and over and over because I love them so much. But headphones. You gotta have the right headphones to be able to listen to your favorite music, and a lot of the time it's very, very expensive to get a good pair of headphones. And I've talked about this before in one of my previous videos where I just rant on and on and on. But I just want to make it pretty clear right off the bat. I love the HyperX Cloud 2s. I've had these things for a very, very long time, and I gotta say, they're really good for music. They have really clear sound. You just don't turn on 7.1 surround sound. It is horrible. I used to use it. It's not good at all. Their stereo's 100 times better than their 7.1 surround. And if you're playing Counter-Strike Global Offensive, the 7.1 surround sound audio will just mess with your brain. Like, it falsifies information because it tries to put fake sounds in areas it shouldn't. It splits up the audio. So if you have a sound that's on your back left, it'll put that at your front right. So that way it can simulate a 3D audio space. I just didn't like it. I've had the Beyerdynamic DT990s Pros, Beyerdynamic, or is it Behringer? I don't really remember the name exactly. I keep confusing it every single time I go to talk about it. But that headset specifically gave me a lot of problems. There was so much pressure. It felt like sound pressure on my head. Look, we're already getting a lot of gravel. This sucker's already filling up with it. We're gonna throw out. Yeah, there we go, baby. Love it. So now we're able to actually throw out all the gravel. We're not gonna have an issue with it, and Germ's hole's gonna get pretty filled here in a minute. Look at me. I'm a gravel pile. It's gonna be interesting how much stone I'm able to produce here soon. I can put one right there, one right there. This needs to be fixed. Let's see here. I've got an idea for it. Oh crap, I forgot I had a timer to make sure that I'm not babbling on for hours and hours on end without actually making any progress. But it's okay, because the timer has officially said that I have not been babbling for long enough. Let's see here. I can't get rid of that. I can get rid of this, definitely, and then I can place that. Would that be good? Would that be good? Do I like how that looks? Or do I feel like it needs a little bit more stability or support? Now, these don't actually need support on them. I just like the look of having some sort of realistic support. I think I'll put one of these, and then above that I will put this. Okay. But to keep it from falling, I'm going to place that right there, delete that, and place that there. Then I can get rid of all these. Ah! So scary. So scary. What I like to do is I like to make these little progressive steps. Oh boy. There we go. It's only a matter of time before I finish up this build. It sure has taken a long time for me to get all this how it needs to be, and I do not get any of that. Okay, make some more. Build that down so it looks like it at least has a little bit of support down here in the ground. I'll probably build it all up. I don't like how that looks. Right there. It'll probably look better once I weld everything up, though. Oh. Sorry this video has been filled with a lot more silence. Hopefully it's a little bit more peaceful than me rambling and rambling and rambling. But to get back to the subject, so the DT990 Pros, they were really good headsets. They were a really good pair of headphones. The problem that I had with the DT990 Pros was that it felt like so much audio pressure on my head, and the clamping force of the headset itself was just, it was a lot for my head. And something that was really off-putting to me, ooh, I could put it like that. Ooh, but then the top would look weird, wouldn't it? It would clamp so hard on your head. And a big problem that I had with the headset was, even though I was putting it on and it sounded phenomenal, it just felt like I was being cheated out. Because even though it was an open back pair of headphones, 250 ohms, I was driving with a shit audio amplifier, it just didn't sound how I thought it would. I thought it would give me more of a wider sound stage, which is a term that I've heard audiophiles use to describe how the audio sounds like 3D and how headphones are 3D. It just didn't sound amazing. I compared them to my HyperX, they just kind of sounded the same. The Beyerdynamics did feel a little bit more like wide in their sound, but they also just didn't outperform the HyperXs in my opinion. I thoroughly enjoy HyperXs. I think the HyperXs are a phenomenal pair of headphones that I'd recommend to literally anybody. The HyperX Cloud 2s are just amazing. I don't know if that carries on to the other HyperX headphones. I don't, but I can say for like a fact, in my opinion, that, well, I can't say it's a fact if it's in my opinion. In my opinion, I thoroughly enjoy the HyperX Cloud 2s. I also have tried the a pair of Audio Technica headphones. They were the Audio Technica gaming headphones, which I think were a very, very sad sounding headset. They were garbage. They were worse than the Beyerdynamics. The Beyerdynamics blew them out of the water. That headset was garbage, and I don't understand why anyone would even want that headset. Maybe I wasn't powering that headset properly. I didn't have the shit audio amplifier at that point, and I sent the shit audio amplifier back, and now the freaking amplifiers are sold out of stock, so even if I wanted to try them again, I can't. Something that I was really excited about was just open back headphones and how they were supposed to blow every other headset out of the water because they give you a wide sound stage. I wasn't impressed. Maybe I am not the best listener. I have very sensitive ears. I can't listen to headsets at a very high audio. If I use my scroller here, you can see at the top left. Oh no, my secret, Scott the Woz. No. I listen at around 12. I turn it up to 24 for some videos, but I can't listen to loud audio. It just hurts my head too much. It gives me a headache. And that's what the Audio Technica did. The Audio Technica had this extremely high like everything was very, very punchy at the higher end. And it was so ear piercing that I couldn't stand it. Listening to gunshots and everything, it was just terrible. It killed me. The Beyerdynamics, one of the things that I noticed, which I don't know if it was a byproduct of myself, just you can stop flying at any point you want to. Thank you. I don't know if it was a byproduct of myself, but I noticed that the left ear cup sounded louder than the right ear cup. Or vice versa. I can't fully remember. But there was definitely a distinct difference between the two ear cups. One definitely sounded louder than the other, which just didn't make sense at all. Okay, I can't stop you on this. I'm going to stop following this stupid thing. Okay, you can stop now. Thank you. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about, man, when it comes to the headset. I just wasn't impressed, and I'm so sad by the fact that I wasn't impressed. I came into it wanting to be impressed. I probably had too high of expectations, but I just wanted them to blow every other headset that I own out of the water. I wanted to be able to listen to music at crystal clear volumes. I wanted to be able to hear footsteps instead of hearing nothing. I noticed with my HyperXs, maybe I don't listen loud enough. I've heard a lot of people say, well, how did you not hear that guy? And I'm like, I just didn't hear anything, actually. And I noticed I listened so quietly, and that's my fault. But I just can't listen at loud levels. And I miss out on so many footsteps. I thought it would increase my ability to hear footsteps. And I want you to understand, I use those headsets at a pretty high volume to try to tell the difference. I also listen to them at a very quiet volume to try to tell the difference. And at either volume, it just didn't give me what I wanted. The Beyerdynamics, the Behringer DT990 Pros, I miss them. I do. They were so expensive. And just didn't blow any of my expectations out of the water. None of my expectations were met. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm too picky about headsets. I really want to try them again. I really do. I want to give them a second shot. Maybe I got a faulty pair of headphones. Maybe the left ear cup's supposed to sound a little bit more quiet than the right. I know earlier I said it was the right ear cup that was a little bit quieter, but I remembered while I was talking about them that the left ear cup was quieter than the right ear cup. And I noticed when I would take one headphone off my ear that I definitely noticed a difference. I definitely noticed a little bit of a difference between each ear cup. Oh man. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I wish somebody could just give me clarification on these things because I want a good headset. And I'm actually ordering a new one that's supposed to be semi-open. It's one that was recommended to me by a YouTuber called Dank Pods. Not personally recommended. I watch his YouTube videos because I love audio shite. You know, I love them, as he says, tasty nuggets. you know, I've got a Zune, and I listen to the sucker even though I don't really have that many good songs on it. And I'm actually ordering a cable so I can listen to it again. The cable got lost and I wasn't able to listen to it for a long time. About a month or two. So we're going to be getting a new cable in soon with the headset, the new headset, and I'm going to try that out. I can't wait, man. I'm super excited. I get so excited for headsets. I get excited for any kind of technical thing, dude. You give me a new mouse, boom, bro, I'll be entertained for a week. And it's that placebo effect of getting a new item, getting something that you can play with that just changes your perspective and makes you want to play games. A lot of the time, I don't play games as much as I probably should if I want to like get good or get better. I should probably just take it on the chin and just play more games so that I can improve. Because I want to be, I want to be a really good video game player, and I'm not going to get there unless I actually play games. I take the back seat on a lot of things when it comes to playing games when I shouldn't. I should just, stick it out and keep playing and keep trying and keep working at getting better and look for my faults. It's just laziness, to be completely honest, man. It's just laziness, pure laziness. I could always work harder. I just choose not to, and that's my own personal fault. I'm a freaking idiot for it. Let's get some speed modules. Too many speed modules and you will need more power production. Like this right here might not be enough if I get too many speed modules. There we go. That's why I like to put at least one power module on my refineries. That way it has that itsy bitsy power effectiveness to not work. So, a headset that I wanted to try is Sennheiser, because my friend Jack recommended me a headset and told me that he really loved his headset. I'm scared to go back to open back headphones. They're so expensive and they're not built for gaming. They can be used for gaming. They're not specifically built for gaming. They're not built to increase the ability to hear games. But let me give you a different perspective. When it comes to... I've listened to a lot of gaming headsets, and I've listened to so many of them, and they just have muddy audio. Like they're not made to game. They're better at listening to music than they are at gaming. When you're playing a game or something, the gunshots are so ear-piercingly loud, but then you listen to music and it's like, and it's just so nice and fine, and it pisses me off. And that's a grand statement, That's something that's not true. It's another personal opinion that I masquerade as fact. It's not a fact. It is something that is just my personal opinion that I believe most gaming headphones are not built for gaming, but more so built for something else, or lazily built to a fault. Like the Audio-Technica headphones. They were just so ear-piercing for no discernible reason. Not a single reason that I could possibly freaking think of that they would need to be that ear-piercing. But they were. I'm probably going to end the video here, maybe do a little touch-up work. Sorry if this video is a bust. This video wasn't intended to be this boring. I just don't really have any inspiration of talking, any inspiration for topics. I've been watching a lot of political discussions and things like that on the internet, and let's just say I'm not a politician, so I don't know what the hell's going on. Wanting to be educated and being educated are two different things. You know, if you want to be educated, you have to put in the work. You can't just think you're educated by watching a couple videos. And I give my opinion way too often where my opinion isn't necessarily needed. I've got so many freaking flaws as a human being, but I refuse to even look at half of them as a flaw. I want to hear people say good things about my videos, but I am not willing to let them say criticism. I'm not willing to tell them I need criticism that is negative so that I can improve. I'm scared. And it's not that I'm scared of somebody saying something negative. I'm scared that that negativity will ruin my want to continue making videos. Because I'm on the line of not wanting to make videos. The only thing that drives me is my passion for those video games and my love for listening to music and relaxing while editing the videos. I will catch you guys in the next episode. I hope that my rambles aren't too intrusive or stupid. I don't know. I get a lot of things wrong, and I'm not very good at talking. I love to talk, but I run over top of my words a lot. Catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.